Alright, after we heard the explanation from the first presenter about the importance of listening, the basic type of listening, and so on, now we are going to move on designing assessment task for intensive listening. Once you have determined the objectives, your next step is to design the task, including making decisions about how will you elicit performance and how will you expect the test taker to respond. We will look at the tasks that range from intensive listening performance, such as minimal pairs, phonemic recognition, to extensive comprehension of language in communicative contexts. The first one is recognizing phonological and morphological elements. A typical form of intensive listening at this level is the assessment of recognition of phonological and morphological elements of language. Well, the first things that we can do is minimal pairs. Minimal pairs is a great way to focus on tiny sounds that sometimes students can be missed. For example, the word ear and year. Some of the students had problems with these words and they sound like the same. And we, as a teacher, we can do minimal pairs activity where we can have them practice with those different sounds. For example, we can start by putting number in each word. For example, I will put number 1 for the word ear and number 2 for the word year. And we ask the students, we tell the students, well, students, I'm gonna say one of these words and you will choose which word that you heard, 1 or 2. And we do that kind of thing, repeat and repeat until they get it. And after they get it, we can do another one. Still the same, we pronounce the word, but we do by put our hands in our mouth like this, and we say the words ear, year, and they will see the difference between those sound. Well, another activity that can be given to the test takers, there are phonemic pair consonants or phonemic pair vowels, or if you want to test the recognition of morphology, we can use morphological pair with ed ending. For example, the test taker will hear, I missed you very much, and they also read, I missed you very much or I miss you very much, and they will distinguish the morphological pair or with ed ending. And if you want to test the stress and unstressed word, we can use stress pattern in can't, and that's the activity that we can do. Okay, the second is designing assessment task for responsive listening. It is a question and answer format, and it can provide some interactivity in the slower and listening task, and the kind of activity that can be given to the test takers as appropriate response to a question. For example, in this box, the test taker will hear, how much time did you take to do your homework? And the test taker also read, A, in about an hour, or B, about an hour, or C, about $10, or D, yes, I did. Well, the objective or this item is recognition of the WH question, how much, and its appropriate response. And the distractors are chosen to represent common learners' errors. For example, A, it is the responding to how much versus how much longer, and meanwhile C, confusing how much in reference to time versus the more frequent reference to money, and D, confusing a WH question with yes or no questions. Okay, so we know that from this question, the answer is about an hour. So the test taker will identify which is the best answer for the questions that they hear. Well, for the next is open-ended response to a question. So here is the example with the same questions as before, where the test taker will hear, how much time did you take to do your homework? But here in this activity, the test taker will write the answer or speak directly what is the appropriate answer for these questions. So that's why we call it open-ended response to a questions. Okay, that's all from my explanation. We continue to the next presenter that will be presented by Kak Zahra Nanda Islami. Thank you.